Good afternoon. Today I'd like to show you some enhancements we've made in the latest Inkjet Recipe software. I'm using a similar drawing in the past. This includes holes in the master cells, two kinds of master cells, and we're using a spline in the corner to exercise the spline capability of the program. Let's start by pulling down the menu. You'll notice that we've changed the order of the menu items. We still have explode nested blocks as the first item. Immediately thereafter is define glass. The reason we've done that is to enable a user to set the arc resolution and chord error parameters before some of the other operations take place. Let's click on define glass. You can see we can set the units. I'm going to put in some values here. Make the DPI there 300. I'm going to set the arcres up to 45, and I'm going to set the arcsag to 0.001 millimeter. Here we have the spline segment length. I'm going to set that up to 2. Here we control how the cell placements are ordered. The next step is to link our lines. We're going to select all the elements we want linked here to here and click enter. Probably fine. And there are our polylines. Before they were lines and splines and arcs. The next step would be to perform poly-deembed, and what that's going to do is to associate this outer guy with his two islands. So it asks for me to select the objects from here to here, and it'll put them on ACS poly-deembed. Done. So again, I'm going to come over here and check that poly-deembed is on and the ACS polys is off, change is empty. Now we have to define our alignment mark. It's in the lower left. So let's just zoom in here. And we'll use a intersection snap. And there's our alignment mark. Now we can select master cell, and we have two master cells. Let's select the first one. Select master cell, window. Now I have to pick the outer and the two children. And that's our master cell 1, and it tells you it found two holes. I'll select another master cell, there to there, enter. Now we're on master cell 2. We've got our two master cells. The next step would be to find our matching cells. Select them all. Okay, and you can see it picked them, and it started numbering them nearest the alignment mark. It's going horizontal first, and then it's zigzagging back and going horizontal again. Let's skip the halftone parameters. There's already some in there. Now we can export our bitmap, and it will actually save two bitmaps for the first master and for the second master. Here you can see what the two bitmaps look like. Now that we've exported the bitmap, we can export our recipe file, and let's view it. So we have our glass section first. We have the halftone information. Here's our first master. Points to the bitmap. This is the number of points. Here's the inner holes. And then here's our second master. And here's our placements.